All right, everybody. I am Jared, and this is Tech Works. Today, like my other video was supposed to be, we're going to talk about and install the WhiteStone dome glass for the S9 Plus. Now, my last video, I did this with the Pixel, and I actually had footage of me putting it on, but I messed it up, did it wrong, and had to go through this whole process of getting the screen protector off, cleaned, and put back on. So that was definitely what not to do. But today we're gonna do it right, and I'm gonna show you the difference. And if you can see, I have a screen protector on this now. I believe this was a Pure Gear one. I got it from the T-Mobile store, and it does just a fine job, but it has the adhesive just on the edges, and if it starts to lift, you get dirt and stuff underneath it, which you can't get out of. Also, what I've noticed, the main thing is there is a really big problem with the touch sensitivity. I had to crank the sensitivity up on the device to even have it recognized properly, and then even so, it doesn't recognize all the time. And to me, that's a big problem. I try to type, things don't come out right, and if it doesn't work, I don't want it on my phone, I don't want to use it. So we're taking this off, we're putting this on, and it should alleviate the issue. So last time I got a shout out from the company. It was really cool in my review because, like I said, I do recommend these very much so. They are great products. They do a great job. You can buy replacement glass, so you don't have to get like this whole kit, which has the UV light. I have like 4 of these now, but I don't know if the replacement comes with the jig, so that's why I went with this kit, and it's a difference of like 10 bucks. So I'd rather not have any hassles than to have a problem in installation. So what I'm gonna do quick is I have to get a small little power supply, unless I happen to have one right close by. I might be able to use the laptop. Let's see, we'll bring the laptop here. We will get the little dongle, plug the dongle into this. The struggles of new MacBooks, right? But anyway, so you need to have a little power supply. This is micro USB. Yep, there we go. That'll do. So I'm just gonna take a second. I'm gonna read these instructions real quick. Again, this is very important. Read your instructions, people. It is definitely a lifesaver. You get 2 shots of this, and the second shot is even a little bit iffy if the first shot goes really wrong. So I will be back. All right, so here's what we got. I got everything laid out. Read the instructions, I know what I did wrong. So obviously first I'm gonna peel off this guy, and boy does that come off really easy when you don't have all that adhesive. So what I am doing is I am gonna prep it with the alcohol cleaner, and they give you plenty of wipes and all that. And if you don't have wipes, you can use isopropyl alcohol on a cotton swab, on a napkin, whatever. This part isn't that big of a deal. You're just cleaning it all off, making sure that there is no stagoots when you go to do the process of putting it on. Because once it's on, and it's not coming off for a very long time unless you really force it. And at that point, you may crack that glass as it is. So you get, like I said, you get 1 to maybe 2 shots at doing this the right way, and then it's on there for a very, very long time. Now, I didn't power my phone off. Should be all right. Shouldn't be a big deal. Just gonna make sure it's nice and clean. I'm gonna wipe it. I'm just gonna go like this. My cat is playing with the case. Nothing new there. So here's what you're gonna do. Before I drop it in the tray, they give you these little speaker masking tapes. On the Pixel, obviously we had 2. On this one, we only got 1. So I'm just gonna put it right up there, at the top of the speaker. I'm gonna wipe this one last time, like so. Make sure there's no hair, no specks of dust. As you can see, I got the little masking tape up there. Wiping it off. They do give you a little sticker to use if you have some stubborn fuzz or whatever the case may be. But this looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna place that in the tray. Again, wipe it off real quick. They give you these little absorption pads that we're going to stuff on the sides. See, they never used to give you this stuff. And before, the first time I did this on my Galaxy S8, the adhesive does run off the sides, and I had a heck of a time trying to get it all off when I was done because it was everywhere. So your next step, I already took one of the adhesive tubes out. Gonna make sure your jig is lined up correctly. I'm actually gonna take both of those out so we have no problems. You have that. You insert your little pin to the top like so. I'm gonna unwrap my cable for the UV light so that we have enough slack. I'm gonna move my cat because we don't want her over here. The next thing you gotta do is you have to prep. So you take this color cap off of the adhesive, you insert that into the jig like so. If it goes in, there we go. And so this is ready. So now what you're gonna do is you are going to place this into the jig, which is towards the top here, like so. I'll place it in again. Move the feline. I'm actually going to use a quick dust removal sticker because I see a little speck of dust there. Pop that off like so. Save this in case I need it. So now you're ready, right? You're ready to do the actual process. So I'm going to zoom in real quick. All right. So it's all lined up. You have the prep thing in here. So what I did wrong in the first one is I let it get to the top, and then when I tried to push the tray to the bottom, the adhesive didn't run all the way down to the bottom, right? So that was the issue. I had a bunch of spots in the top which didn't get adhesive and would mean that it wasn't going to cure correctly or adhere correctly and look very funny. So the next step is you are going to take the black cap off, which releases the adhesive onto your screen. Let it sit for just a second, make sure all the adhesive is out. And then you're gonna just gently lift this up and out. Just like that. Now, you leave that little adhesive bubble sitting there, take out your dome glass, and you're gonna peel the back part off. So this is the moment of truth, right? So you are gonna lay this down and on top of your pin. I'm gonna check for alignment because again, once she's on for good. Check for alignment, and then I am going to press it down. Right, so as you can see that little bubble traveling down. Oh, we got to get it centered here. We don't want it super far in the middle. We kind of want it right in the center. Right in the center like so. I'm going to pull that little pin out. As you can see, the adhesive is just spreading all the way up to the top and to the bottom. It does take a second. Just let it go. Don't have to press on it. You don't have to try to smear it with a squeegee. You literally don't have to do anything. You just let it do its thing. Like I said, it does take a second, but it will get to all your edges. Once you get that to the edges, I'll explain what happens next. We're going to take the UV light and we're going to cure it 15 seconds on the top, 15 seconds on the bottom, which will give it a good like base curing, right? Make sure so it doesn't move when you take the top of this jig off, this plastic contraption. As you can see, it's getting all the way to the top. And if you actually notice on the actual glass part, there's two little holes towards the top. I'll call them the wings around your camera array, which I guess lets it vent, lets it get the air bubbles out, lets it get the air pockets out. Regardless, I'm just going to let it sit for another couple seconds. So what's going to happen is we're going to let it cure on the bottom for 15 seconds. We're going to cure it on the top for 15 seconds. I'm going to remove this part, and then we are going to do it again for around 60 seconds each, which is just about the time it takes the automatic shut off of this UV light to shut off. So you got a little stand here. Gotta remember where the button is. Just like so. Bam. So then we turn it on. I'm just gonna unzoom so you can see kind of what's happening here. While this happens, I'm just gonna give it a few seconds. I'm watching my timer as I do it. From here, you're home free. The hard part's done. Getting that alignment, getting all the glue to set up, that's the hard part. Move that up. Meanwhile, I'm kind of just going to clean up, move my instructions. Again, I can't stress the importance of having these handy because, like I said, this was a little different from the other installations prior, being that they have you set it in the center, and then when you drop the screen, it spreads all the way. So now I'm going to take this off, and we are going to do it again for just a little bit. I'm going to say another 15-ish or so seconds. Or I might let it go longer. At this point, it's really not a bad thing. The more curing it does, the better it's going to be. But always follow the instructions provided. Easily the best screen protectors by far. I have noticed they are a tad bit thicker than I would say a general glass screen protector that you'd get from maybe Amazon or whatnot. And I don't know if that has to do so much with WhiteStone or if it actually has to do with the process with the UV glue. Maybe it has to be a little thicker for it to work properly. I don't know, not a scientist, but this is how she works. Hit that again, get a little bit in the middle, and then we're going to take it out. I'm going to wipe it with an alcohol pad and try to get some of this, you get a little bit of drippage on the edges, but it shouldn't be nothing crazy. So I'm actually going to, my alcohol pad I used prior will be fine. We're going to get the edges, because this glue, before it sets up all the way, you want to get it, I don't know if you can see right there, there's a little drippy. You're going to take your alcohol wipe, you're just going to keep running it on that piece of glue, and it'll come right off. And there she is. So this just ensures that you don't have anything sticking out, anything that's going to collect fuzz, anything that's going to hinder your experience with the screen protector. So I'd say that first cleaning is good. We're going to take the good old microfiber or whatever they give you here, the cleaning cloth, and we're just going to wipe the edges, make sure that there's no glue left, no alcohol left on it, and then we're going to do the curing process again, this time for 60 seconds each, and then you should be good to go. And I will clean it one more time after that because, you know, I want my device extra nice and clean. So we're going to do this. So I have the Incipio Octane co-molded impact absorbing case. I got the clear one, as you can see. It's kind of frosted look, whatever. What say you? So we're gonna take this bad boy out, pop it out, get it ready. So this one is it's frosted compared to what I had in the Tech 21, which was obviously very clear. This one's more, definitely rigid, but not as stiff as this. So, and the frosted looks nice. So less fingerprints, less smeary. Obviously, I can always switch back. Got some ridges on the side for some grip. All your buttons, your ports. Camera hump is protected. So we'll slap that on in just a minute. Letting this cure one more time. On the bottom, I'm gonna take that guy off. Gonna put my garbage in a pile here. See it if the camera will even focus on it. Maybe it won't. But there is fuzz and things on the edge where the glue is, and that's just from putting it in your pocket, doing whatever it is you're doing, and this is 40 bucks. Now, this did come with a jig to install it proper, and that did work out very well, but what I really didn't like was the fact that it impaired my touch sensitivity. And what I mean by that, again, like I had mentioned earlier, is it makes it hard for you to type accurately. It makes it hard for you to even use your phone as if you normally did because you're accidentally pressing buttons you're not supposed to and all this other stuff. And I'm wiping this with an alcohol wipe to see just where all the glue is. And it is truly just on the edge. And it actually, again, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is a dot pattern in this, which I think to reduce the rainbow effect when it's on your device. Anyway, this should be done. Like I said, what I'm going to do again, so I'm going to open a fresh alcohol wipe, Put you in there like so, nice and ginger, whoop. And we're gonna wipe it down one last time. So this will get all the stray glue, all the stray crap off. Wipe the edges, wipe all your sides, wipe up near your camera, and there we go. So again, I am not sponsored by anybody. I do these videos with products that I use because if you're gonna spend $40 on a screen protector, the WhiteStone, I believe, was $44 free shipping from Amazon. The Pure Gear one, which I had, was $40 at T-Mobile, and I know for a fact the Zag screen protectors that you get at Walmart, Target, or whatever, glass ones, are the same as the Pure Gear, which are going to be around $40 to $50 with tax by the time you get taxed and things like that. And if you're spending the $40, which is still very expensive for a screen protector, I know the nice things with the older iPhones and the older phones is you could go on Amazon, get a screen protector for $10, maybe even 2 of them, and they'd be fine. You break one, whoop-de-doo, you throw it away, put a new one on. It's not a whole process like this. Obviously, this was certainly more involved, but as you can see, there is not a single bubble. There isn't a single mark, and honestly, you would think that that was, wow, camera, super out of focus. Sorry about that. You would think that it was part of the device. Can't even tell. And that is why I like it. And that is why I personally recommend it, because it actually is a good value compared to if you're going to spend the money on another screen protector, which they're going to say is of equal value. And honestly, it's just not. I would absolutely 100% recommend the WhiteStone Dome Glass. And it is case friendly, meaning once you pop it on that there case, like so, got a beautiful picture of my car in the background like that, you can't even tell. With the lip of this case, you can't even tell that I have a screen protector on there. And like I said, it is case friendly. It does cover fully, but I would certainly keep in mind, keep in the back of your head that this might not be case friendly with everything. So if you have something with a really tight lip or maybe a waterproof case, I would certainly hold up the screen protector on the phone and put your case on to see if it's going to interfere, because the last thing you really want to do is have this screen protector pop off, especially before it's fully cured. So this one just, and I mean just, clears the screen protector, which is fine, just as fine. The tighter the better. So this works out. It's beautiful, seamless. You can order screen glass replacements, which is super helpful, because just say you do crack this, you drop it, hits a rock, whatever the case may be, you're still in business, because if you keep the jig, you get, I believe in the replacement, they'd even send you an extra glue, which is fine. You just take the screen protector off, which is actually a lot easier than it seems. You take it off, clean the crap out of it with isopropyl alcohol or whatever else you need, and you're good to go. Keep your UV light. You'll never know when you need it. You got plenty of these wipes. You're good to go. And so you're all set. So like I said, I'm not sponsored by WhiteStone Dome Glass at all. I just believe that if you're going to spend $50 about for a screen protector, you should get the very best screen protector. Again, use any power source with this guy. Again, this is my new Incipio case, which for right now looks pretty good. Still see the Samsung and the S9 through it. Gives a little more grip, a little more protection. There you have it. So that is the full, unmessed up installation of the WhiteStone Dome Glass. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to watch some of my other videos, and I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and other times, depending on if the mood strikes me, I will be there. So anyway, thank you again. I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya.